Welcome to the Lila Life Show. I'm your host, Linda Andrews. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about doing an energy audit and how you can prepare yourself for winter. So, I know everybody is in a different place in the world, and if this is your summer, you can still do this, all right? But I do find in the Northern Hemisphere that this is a time of the year where there's a lot of winding down, right? And getting prepared to ramp up into the new year. So if you're especially feeling like you're pulled in too many directions, you don't know why you're feeling so drained, you don't know what's working, this is for you. Because of that 0 point energy that we experience on the winter solstice, right? It is the darkest day of the year, hopefully the slowest day of the year. It may not feel like that, especially if you're celebrating Christmas and the holidays. But if you take that imagery of the darkest day of the year, this pause, this idea of nothingness, as we're coming into that, it is a beautiful time to realign. And so today, this is your seasonal audit, a time to check in, thinking about your time, energy, attention, money, what's flowing, what's not. This is never about perfection. This is about you being aware, you having intention, and you being honest with yourself, these mirror moments around what's working, what's not, and now what. So, if you are doing a lot, you're busy all the time, yet you still feel unfocused, right? You've said yes to so many things and everything feels half done. You may be experiencing these energy leaks, right? Distraction, especially digital distraction, overcommitment. Some of your yeses need to be nos. And then just in general, emotional clutter. And so, looking at all of this as part of your energy audit, seeing where your primary resources going before burnout sets in, or if you're already in burnout as a chance to alleviate that burnout. You can't manage what you don't measure, right? Where you at? And so if you want to keep checking in around this, you can self-rate yourself, giving yourself a little score. How are you using your time? 1 out of 10. How are you using your energy? 1 out of 10. How are you using your attention? 1 out of 10. How are you using your money? 1 out of 10. It could just start there. And then obviously you can dive deeper into all of that. But your primary resources, these are your currencies of life. And you may be great at checking your money, but you never pay attention to your time, or you never really assess how your energy is doing. They all go together, and it is important to do on a regular basis. So, before we dive into some questions and prompts getting through this, I invite you to join me for some breath work. We'll do the gratitude heart math breath, 4 in, 6 out. We didn't do this last week. So maybe we'll do an extra round today. We'll go through 4 rounds and then we'll dive into some of these questions. Opening your eyes, closing your eyes, whatever is comfortable for you. Taking a big inhale through your nose for a 4 count, inhaling, holding, focusing on your gratitude heart center, and exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And inhaling and exhaling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, exhaling. Last round, inhaling, seeing if you can generate a full sensation of gratitude for something, for this moment through your whole body. And exhaling, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back into this present moment. And now you're ready. Here we are for your energy audit. Shaking that out if you need to. Where does your time actually go? Can you look at the past week, the past month? Can you pull up your calendar? Can you look ahead to the next week? What is aligned and what is not? What are you just doing to keep yourself busy? What desires and dreams do you have that you're not making time for? Taking that time for reflection, literally of your time, your energy. Where do you feel drained versus recharged? Do you have any energy highs and lows? Do you leave something and you feel exhausted and you're like, oh, why did I do that again? Right? Paying attention to those signals. Attention, especially your digital habits, is what you're paying attention to, bringing you into and helping you center on your priorities, what matters to you most, the people, the initiatives, your work, whatever that is for you. What are you focusing on? And so digital habits, conversations, mental loops, right? Sometimes you could be in that habit of complaining, 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 complaining. Where focus goes, attention flows, energy flows. What are you focused on? I used to do, I'd put my fingers in like the shape of an F and pretend like they're glasses. Focus, focus, right? It's like you have your little blinders on, the little horse blinders. Where are you paying attention to? Empowering, disempowering, that can be a big spectrum, being honest with yourself about that. And last but not least, your money. What are you funding that doesn't fit you? Your spending often reveals your priorities. Where can you invest more intentionally, spend more intentionally? Let's say you have your takeout budget and, 80% of your meals are takeout and you want that to be 20%. Well, that's not only going to include a cut in those resources, it's going to also include you making those lifestyle modifications. So you can see how this all goes together. These four aspects of the energy audit: time, energy, attention, money, they spell team. And I love that. And that's your inner team, right? How are you using your resources? Intention is the antidote to chaos, right? And so, in a world that every day feels more and more chaotic, it is on you more and more to have that intention. When you see your resources clearly, your decisions get clearer and easier, and your momentum can return. So, more isn't always better. Have you ever been in a big consumption cycle and then everything feels a little more chaotic? I would be a pretty big clothes shopper, and it's like more and more and more in the wardrobe. And it's like half of this doesn't fit, half of it I don't even like, right? More isn't better. Clearer is better. What do you actually, where are you going? What are you doing? What do you actually need? And even if there's just one simple aha, right? That can be just enough to shift things and unlock things. So you can see how doing this on a regular basis can help that. You protecting your energy, you having this awareness, you being intentional, it's like letting you be your number one cheerleader, you being your best friend, you having your own back, which can supercharge your mission, your life purpose. You're not abandoning it. It's like, oh, this isn't fun. I'm making these cuts. It's not just cutting, right? I say it often. You're adding in and you're crowding out. And so in that adding in, you're filling all this time and space with what's nourishing, what's supportive. And so what's one of these resources? What's one shift that you can make? What's one leak, one drain that you're ready to let go of? And what's one small step that you can take that's going to help you step into deeper alignment with what matters to you most? This is not about control. This is about awareness. And as you realign your resources, you're creating space for peace, purpose, and as always, play, right? Making a little more room. So I hope this you found very supportive. Bonus points if you take one new action today, one clearing today. And I will see you next week on the Lila Life Show. If you're ready to go deeper, I have the 22-day reset, which helps you more deeply align your time, energy, attention, and money step by step according to the Lila way. So check out that link, and I wish you many blessings. As always, on your journey, I am absolutely rooting for you, and I'll see you next week.